Good morning, everybody. We are starting the human body unit in science. So I've got my little skeleton here, and he is going to be accompanying us for the rest of this unit. We're going to hear about all of the different systems in your body, including the skeletal system. But actually, the main one that we'll start off with is the muscular system. So the skeletal system is what you see here. It is just one part of your body. And we talk about basically different systems in our body having different functions. Within a system, there's still lots of different parts, like having lots of different bones that are within the whole skeletal system. But the whole skeletal system really protects our organs, and it holds us upright. And it doesn't actually do the movement that the muscles actually do. But we'll hear about each of these systems that we'll be learning about in our unit. So let's begin with a little slideshow I've got for you. Okay, starting over here. Now, introduction to the human body. The human body is a complex machine with a lot of different parts created for very specific tasks. Every part of your body is created very specifically for a purpose. And there's a network of systems that work well together. That includes the skeletal and muscular systems. Now, this is the skeletal system that you see here. If you can still see my camera, I'm not sure if you can actually. It gives your body shape and allows you to stand and move. The muscular system is what actually gives you the ability to move, but the skeletal system keeps it in place and protects it. Now, the circulatory system pumps blood and brings oxygen and nutrients to your cells. So that involves your heart and also your arteries. It is everything that is bringing blood all throughout your body. And it's called circulatory because it circulates it. It's leaving the heart and going to other places and then bringing it back to the heart. Now, your digestive system processes foods. So it's taking the food and digesting it, and then it leaves your body. Or quite a bit of your food is just converted into energy for your body as well. And the nervous system. And the nervous system is the part of your body, including your brain and your nerves, which are all throughout your body, which takes information in and helps you to respond. So that if you touch something hot, your nerves tell you to back away because it's sent to the brain. Those signals are sent to your brain to help you process that information and very quickly be able to know, got to get away from that. Now, each system is made up of different body parts or organs that work together. Body parts are made up of tiny cells, which is smaller than a period at the end of a sentence. Okay, we've been talking about measurement, and it would be smaller than a millimeter, way smaller than a millimeter. Our bodies have billions of different types of cells. Okay, so the muscular system. Oops. So as you can see, we've got voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. By the way, this is just an overview. We'll go into more detail of the muscular system throughout the rest of the week, and then we'll cover the other systems in more depth later. Now, voluntary muscles are ones which you choose to make work. As you can see here, it includes your pectorals and deltoids, your biceps, your abdomen. It includes your glutes and hamstrings. So basically, if you're standing up, you're choosing to use those muscles to stand up. If you are playing baseball or soccer, then there are specific muscles that are voluntarily being used. You're choosing to do a certain action. So especially you can think of that like with your arms and legs. Now, involuntary muscles are being used no matter what, and it's not your choice, they're just used. For example, your heart. Your heart is a muscle, and it is constantly working while you're sleeping as well. as you can see here, you've also got your liver, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and gallbladder that are constantly at work. So even if you're asleep, those muscles are still working. That's why we call them involuntary. It's not your choice. It's just your body still working the way it's intended to work. Okay, so here's the human skeletal system. We are going to be learning about all of the bones that you see here, plus extras. This is just an overview. They include the cranium, which is your skull. Mandible is the jaw. Your scapula here, which is not quite the right place that it's pointing at, but your scapula is like your shoulders, your in the front and back, but like your shoulders. And we've got your rib cage here. Your vertebra is something we talked about with our animal system. In our animal unit early on this year, we were talking about invertebrates and vertebrates. We're vertebrates, which means we have a vertebrae that keeps us upright. We've got here the radius, one of the arm bones, your pelvis, your hip bones. And then we've got some leg bones posted as well, like femur, fibula, patella, and tibia, or patella is the knee. Now here is the circulatory system. Your circulatory system involves your heart and everything that pumps blood throughout your body. So it's made up of blood vessels that carry blood away from your heart and then back to your heart. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins carry blood back to the heart. So arteries and veins. You have oxygen, nutrients, and hormones that are carried to cells, and there's carbon dioxide and other wastes that are removed by the arteries and veins as well. Next up, your digestive system. Okay, so there's all of the parts of your digestive system, or at least some of them. Some of the main parts. So your mouth is how you're getting the food that will be digested. Salivary glands are how you actually start to have like the liquids to start digesting. You've got your esophagus there, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas, large intestine and small intestine, and your appendix we talked about recently. It's the little tiny thing hanging off there, and rectum and anus for removing the waste from your body. The waste, not all of your food, because some of it ends up being used in your body, but the waste. And finally, nervous system. So as you can see here up at the top, you've got your brain and the spinal cord. So that's within the bones of the vertebrae. And that's why you need all of the vertebrae to protect your spinal cord. You've got nerves running through every part of your body to send messages back and forth to your brain. So once again, like that example of touching something hot, your nerves send a message to your brain, and then your brain sends a message to your body again to help you, or to basically send the message of what to do in response to something. So our body is made up of many, many small parts called cells. Cells are called the building blocks of the body. So they are the smallest part of our body. And tissue is made up of lots of similar cells. So they're different types of cells, but tissue is what a bunch of cells that are similar are made up of. Now, an organ is made up of different tissues. So cells are the smallest. They make up a full tissue with similar cells, and then tissue makes up a full organ, like a heart. Now, a group of organs form an organ system, like the digestive system. So the digestive system is a group of organs, all working together for the same, or one function altogether, even though each of them has a different job. It says an organism or a living being is made up of different organ systems. We're going to get into more detail on the muscular system next. So we're going to focus on each of the specific systems in your body, starting with the muscular system. So this is just a little overview. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this unit. I'd highly encourage you to read some books on EPIC that are also about the human body, and any other books that you might have at home or that you can get from the library. Basically, we're going to cover an overview of a lot of these things, and maybe you want some more detail. Maybe some of you want to be doctors or nurses one day. And if so, this is going to be a really fun unit for you. Okay, that is all for today. I hope you have a great afternoon or morning, depending on when you're watching this. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.